Welcome to Friendly Math 101. Today our lesson is on writing equations in point-slope form. This is part 1 of 2 videos. Let's take a look at our first example. Here we have point-slope form. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So we know that if we're writing an equation in point-slope form, it has to look something like this. However, we will substitute in values for y1, m, and x1. So if we're given slope and a point, we could substitute our slope value in for m, and then our point is going to be our x1 and our y1. So we're substituting these values. We have y minus whatever our y1 is, which is -7, equals m, which is -3, times x minus our x1, which is 5. We don't like to leave minus and negative. That's not simplified. So we're going to go ahead and change that to plus. And that is our equation in point-slope form. So it's fairly simple if we're given slope and a point. If we're given slope and the y-intercept, again, we're substituting values in for y1, m, and x1. We have to remember that our y-intercept, our b value, is a point. The point is 0, 8. So that's going to be our x and y values. Again, we're going to substitute these in for y1, m, and x1. So we have y minus our y1, which is 8, equals our slope, 1/4, times x minus our x value, which is 0. And this is our equation in point-slope form. Let's take a look at another example. If we're given a graph, there's a little bit more work because we have to figure out what our slope is and we have to identify a point on the graph. We could use any point on this graph. So first of all, our slope, if we're looking at a graph, we're going to have to choose 2 points, and we're calculating the change in y over the change in x. Or if you guys remember, this is also called rise over run. And here I'll write change in y over change in x. Those are all the same thing. So our change in y, we're going to go up 2, so that's a +2. We're going to the right 3, so that's +3. Our slope is 2/3. I could choose any point on this graph. However, I'm just going to choose this point here, one of the points we use to find slope, and that is the point 3, 4. So that point's going to be our x1 and y1, and we're substituting these values in for y1, m, and x1 again. So we have y minus our y1, which is 4, equals our slope of 2/3 times x minus our x value, or x1, which is 3. Again, there's an unlimited number of possible answers if you're given a graph, but this is just one possible answer. Let's do another graph. So again, we're going to find our slope by identifying 2 points. So let's choose this one, and we have one right here. Calculate your change in y over change in x. We're going down 2, so that's -2, and then to the right 2, so that's +2. -2 over +2 can be reduced to -1. So our slope is -1. And we're going to identify one point. Let's just use this point right here. That is the point 1, -2. So that's going to be our x1 and our y1. Substitute these values in for y1, m, and x1. We have y minus our y1, which is -2, equals our slope, which is -1, times x minus our x1, which is 1. Again, we don't like that minus and negative, so let's go ahead and change that to a plus. And here's one possible answer from this graph. That concludes our lesson on writing equations in point-slope form. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave those questions in the comment section below. And for more math tutorials, subscribe to our channel, Friendly Math 101.